Hi. Sorry. Hello. Let me restart the chatting. Hi Zell. Hi Bucket. Hi Skylark. Hi Northy. Yeah. We're here for ye old chatting stream. State mandated monthly chatting stream because I don't have ideas. But I also just wanted to, like, you know, actually have a chatting stream. I mean, it's been a bit, and there's been some changes since last time, I'm pretty sure. When was my last one again? Let me double check my live alerts channel. I hope you're all having a lovely weekend. It is June 21st. June 21st, 621, Raven Day. My last one was over a month ago. Okay. It's been a bit. It's been a bit. June 20 birth. No. No, I'm not, I was not birthed in June. Nor was I birthed by sleep. My model is off center. What can I do about this? There we go. Summer break soon. Last weekend. You're going straight to China for more uni. What? You're going to China for summer studies? That's crazy. I wasn't aware that was a thing that you could just do. I mean, I guess I don't see why you couldn't, but... Northy. Now. Summer school. Yeah, I was always under the impression summer school was a thing for naughty kids, you know? But that was also, you know, elementary school, not uni. A lot of people in uni exchange students. Yeah. Yeah, I know, I know in general exchange students are common. It's just, like, it never occurs to me that someone could just be like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna go to this country to study or that country. Yeah, I must admit, I'm taking a sip of water. Hold on. Get ready for the off model. There we go. I don't know if you heard me swish the water around at all. Mandalore Gaming once said he wanted to be an engineering major until he... Oh. You actually tried my face red? That's crazy. I guess there's a reason he's Mandalore Gaming and not Mandarin Gaming, am I right? Thanks. Why did Exposed Throat remind you that you need to make a post, Northy? You know, don't answer that. Never mind. I'll find out eventually, I'm sure. Paperwork always makes it seem like because two schools have the same initials. Ew, yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I've been in foreign countries for like days or weeks. I don't want to think about doing it for... I'm not at the point where I can comfortably think about doing it for months yet. Maybe someday. Oh, hey, Markstein, it has been a long time. How you been? Oh, that's for not... Yeah. Take up the whole screen. I mean, I'm hiding my little Twitter handle, but I barely use Twitter anymore anyway, and most of what I use Twitter for is just stuff that I repost on a blue sky. That is where I can spend my days these days. Humanoid fighters drinking from a tanker boom / drogue like hamsters from a water bottle. Send tweet at BT. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Plug has been blocked out. Mike Wazowski. Same old Decepticon. Union flashcards to learn Mandarin. Fair. Yeah, that's wild. Hold on. Does that even... I always, like, I have a couple of mutuals who only speak Japanese, really. So, like, I have, or, like, who, you know, like, they might know, like, a little English. So I'm always, like, needlessly paranoid about, oh, God, yeah, that would... Google Translate butchers that without the proper formatting. I always worry about, like, posting something that they'll just translate and be like, Nani? The heck is this? What is blood yapping about? I can't read. Like, I don't know what this means. Oh, hi, Titanic. But you know, I don't know. Maybe it's just my doormat self being trying to be overly considerate of every possible thing. What? Wait, what is this? Yeah, I took a semester of Mandarin in high school, and that was it. I was thinking... at the time, my thought process was, well, either Spanish or Mandarin would probably be pretty important languages to have in the future. Unfortunately, I probably should have just picked Spanish, but it's okay. But, you know, it's like, every so often I'll be playing Genshin because I use the Chinese dub. And I'm like, oh, wait, I know what that word means. Did you hear YouTube put ads in the sub boxes? No, I didn't. Hi, Chrysalis. I did not hear that. That's annoying. I also heard they've been training their AI on YouTube. Google's been training their AI on YouTube videos, and I'm YouTube videos. I don't like that. Hi, Feely. Hello. How you doing? How's your Saturday? How's everyone's Saturday? I mean, I know a couple people answered already, but a couple more people have shown up since I've asked, so... Yeah. You've gotten like 50 scam ads? Oig. Abilities. Oh, you can't get on Discord right now? Why's that? To poison the water slide. True. Can you like nightshade your videos? Like, I know you can do that with art, but I don't think you can do that with videos. Yeah, they said it was like a small percentage. Like it was, but it still comes out to, like, if you do the math, it's still a ton of videos. Recovering from sunburn sucks. I am sorry. YouTube should have better several things, honestly. I use this platform because it is more convenient than Twitch, but it's still, it's got plenty of its own problems. You could, in theory, nightshade every frame in your video. Ugh. Yeah, that's too much effort, unless they make like an algorithm that does that for you. I've turned myself into a sorting algorithm, Oomphy. Yeah, I must admit, I should have got talking points together before I started this, because I'm just kind of... We're kind of fumbling our way through this one, but I guess it's okay to not always have a comprehensive list of things to discuss for an hour and a half. You've heard that YouTube hemorrhages money for Google? That... Really? Is that why they're shelling... Is that why they're shilling premium so hard? Laptop charger still broken, never got the time... Oh. Dang. Yeah, that sucks. Laptops are... something. My work laptop only holds a charge for like 2 hours or something. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, I have to have it plugged in on when I'm working. Granted, yesterday my power was out for half an hour, and my laptop stayed on the whole time, even if it didn't have internet. So at least I didn't have to start it over again. Stories from Seoul? It looks interesting. I'm not a VN player, so if I get it, I probably wouldn't stream it. But it's interesting. I think it is cool that they made like a mech-themed visual novel, and it's cool that it's a Western visual novel that isn't the edgy deconstruction XD. Like, where's that image again? I know Northy posted it in Audiry server the other day. I need to go dig it up. Oh, it was in memes. I get, what was it? Memes? No, it was in game. Heaven Will Be Mine. Never heard of it. I do not keep up with the end very much. It also has some direct references and some not. Or references, some direct, some not. Really? Like Gundam references and stuff, I imagine? Okay, where did that save? Yeah, this image. This one. Right here. Dude, check out my ironic VN. You play as a gender-bent Abraham Lincoln and you date personified venereal diseases, and halfway through it becomes a horror game and it seems like there's some choices. But then a hurricane comes and wipes them from the screen. Dude, what the heck is wrong with you? Why do you hate dating sims so much? Flashback to like, Mom, please, I'm hungry. Piss off, kid, I'm playing Tokimeki Memorial. Like, this feels like a specifically visual novel problem as far as video games go, you know? Like, I don't see other genres having this recurring theme. The ship is also called the Gundog. You know, I didn't think about that, honestly. You're finally an aunt. Wow. Like, I'm trying to think, what other... Do I still have... Yeah, I still have the Shiggy Wiggy gift. Yeah, probably something like that, Northy. Makes an easy target. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of annoying in it, bruv. Yeah, the magical girl genre. I've noticed that. Like, it started with Madoka. And now it's like I don't like when people are like, hey, you know that genre that's like always like super happy-go-lucky? What if it were evil and twisted? Like, it's like the hamburger helper meme. Also interesting about speaking of magical girls and queer motifs, read Magica Riot. Madoka is good, but because it was good, people... Yeah. Oh yeah, no. Sorry, I'm not saying that Madoka is bad. Like, I'm sure it's good. It is. I know it is way too depressing for me to want to watch, but I'm sure it's good. But it did also kind of start the trend, right? Like, there was another one. What was it? Yuki Yuna? That's another just like depression slop magical girl. I shouldn't say slop. I shouldn't use the word slop. I watched the anime. It was alright. The latest... Oh, true. True, Zelia. G-Clux is going crazy. I'm glad I have friends who understand the original timeline, because I sure don't. So, having them explain, like, oh yeah, this is, like, Blorbus Schmorbus. He was, like, a side character in this spin-off manga that only 3 people have ever heard of. I can't believe they brought him back. The book. Oh. Wasn't the Watchmen Zack Snyder movie the one where the guy, like, actually got hit with the Ligma balls? Like, just frozen and exploded or something? I know of the movie, I don't really know anything about it. I genuinely could not even give you a synopsis. I'm like, oh, well, there's people with, like, these weird powers. And that's all I know. That is all I know. Like, it is not one of my formative media experiences, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending. I don't know. But, Summer Solstice. Oh, yeah, that's right. This weekend is like the most sunlight we will have all year. I need to... Apparently there were some fireflies out last night. I need to take a night walk this weekend. I might do that tonight. I might go for a short walk just to, like, spot fireflies. I like doing that. The interesting thing, the novel in the movie is that the author of the novel wrote Rorschach, the guy who got Ligmud, to not be a great guy, but Snyder was totally into him. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the one thing, is like, with G-Quux, is like, it sets you up with, like, these two characters. I am gonna, like, have, like, minor spoilers for G-Quux, like, kind of, like, direction of story, not really, like, specific plot point, but it sets you up with, like, these two characters early on, and, like, they're still doing things, like, they do still, you know, drive the plot, but they kind of sort of take a back seat, at least at one point. There's, like, a little bit of an arc where they, like, end up taking a back seat to, like, Chalia Bull, who is, like, this character from a novel spin-off, and who one of my friends described as a speed bump for Amuro, the main character of the original series, in the original anime. But, like, I guess the writer of this show, like, really liked that novel or whatever. He's like, I'm gonna make Chalia Bull a main character. And it's like, okay. Sure, I guess. Look, I'm all for side characters getting more attention, but I don't know. G-Quux is just a little weird for me. I mean, it's only... For better or worse, it is... Expressions? Hey, why are my... Hold on a second. Why are my expressions not working? Well, they work with this. Why is Razer Hypershift not working? Is my Razer software crashed? Yeah, that's fair, Northy. Hold on. Razer Synapse, please. Why is my Hypershift? Why are my Hypershift expressions not working anymore? What's going on? Yeah. Razer Hypershift. Find this button. Press and hold the Razer Hypershift. Or press. That's annoying. I don't know why my expressions have suddenly stopped working, and I don't know how to fix it. I guess we're looking this up on the fly. Razer Hypershift not working. Clean install, update. Odd. What did I do? Like, it literally worked earlier this stream. Why is it no longer functional? Like... I don't... God dang it. With magical pearl stuff in... Yeah, I have no clue what's happening, but it's poignant and fills me with a sense of longing. Aww. Got twisted from being in the right to very flawed, but being just right about everything. It's how Rick Sanchez is intended versus how... Who's Rick Sanchez? I know that name. Like, that is a familiar name. Let me... Hi, Clanka. I am currently fighting with my mouse. It's not... Oh, from Rick and Morty. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Right. Let me see. Am I winning? No. Oh, right. Node graphs. That's what I want to look at. Toggles. I have to look at which expressions do what now. Did it, like, reset? Did it reset my... Hold on. What happens if... Okay. The hypershift binds are still in place. So why aren't they working? Hi, Aizu. Like, this is also not... Wait a minute, did I do... It was number lock, chat. Number lock got switched off somehow. I switched it back on, and now we Gucci. Okay. Makes sense. I'm glad it was something simple and I didn't have to, like, reinstall or something. Or even, like, relaunch BNAN. Yes, hi, Aizu. The perils of... Yeah. There was an Overwatch streamer I watched who had, like, half his binds on numpad just because that's how he was used to playing. He also played with, like, 7 quadrillion sensitivity. I mean, he was a Junkrat player most of the time, so it didn't really matter too much. But it was really funny. I kind of miss watching him, but I just kind of... I mean, I don't really have interest in Overwatch anymore, so I don't really, like, keep up with any of the... I still follow a couple Overwatch streamers, but I don't keep up with them anymore. But yeah, no, like that's... Like, I know Magicka Riot's writing isn't, like... You know... like... I don't know. I know people have complaints about its writing, but I like it. I think the writing is fun. I like that it is whimsical. I like that it is happy. I like that it is not an edgy deconstruction. I like that it is not depressing. Cute and fun. Yes. Yes. Exactly. Exactly. Like, I actually... Oh, speaking of books, I did actually start reading some more of that Gate to Kagoshima book. And I got to the part where the main character gets, like, sent back in time. She gets... I don't know if you remember... I don't know... For those of you who weren't there when I was talking about it briefly on stream before, basically the plot is that she's looking for, like, stuff about her ancestors. Like, the fate of some of her ancestors in this, like, samurai rebellion 128 years ago. And then she gets sent back to that same era in that same place. There's an engineer... Yeah, there's an engineering lady who curses like a sailor named Saoirse, so it's actually the perfect book of all time. True! You also kind of appreciate that... Yeah, no, like, I like books that... Look, I have spent an hour... Or not an hour, sorry. A year on college textbooks. I don't want my casual reading to also be college textbooks. Symphogear is the one that got me in the oops, read a spoiler, now I gotta keep reading the wiki thing once I heard some characters. Literally the same thing as Chihiro gender discourse dragging you deeper than intended into Danganronpa. Dragging you into Danganronpa at all is deeper than intended in my opinion. Sorry you had to. Oh, I'll get around to playing the third game someday. Yeah, speaking of playing games, I mentioned this on Thursday, but I will probably not keep playing Yakuza 0 on stream just because it is a very story-heavy game. And I think an extremely story-heavy game, at least for me, does not work well as a stream because when I'm streaming, I'm trying to engage with chat and not just be a, like, stare at the screen and go, yeah, that's wow, kind of thing. Like, I like being an active streamer, and I feel like I can't be an active streamer with a fully voiced, very narrative-dense game. So I will continue playing it on my own time, but don't be surprised if you don't see it on my schedule again anytime soon. I've heard good things about Expedition 33. It could be worth a look at some point. You could do that Ace Combat 7 mod that puts the VR... I could do that. A little scary, because I've only ever put custom skins in the game, but I could do that. Oh wait, didn't they remove Denuvo from Ace Combat 7? I guess that would make it a little less scary. And it's not like I'd be playing online. I don't know. I know that you gotta do like backup installations and I don't know. I could do like an, I don't know, like a themed Armored Core 6 playthrough or something too. Maybe. 'Cause I never did play the single player of that on stream. And it would be nice to like have an excuse to play the game again. I don't know. I can't PvP anymore. Like I will Armored Core 6 with friends on occasion. But I just I'm a little too burnt out for those fight clubs anymore. I apologize. I know this is like the 4th time I've talked about it on stream. Also, I'm sorry that for both streams now I've kind of like been slow on the uptake with the stream announcement tweet. Like I missed it, or like both times it's been like I always like to do them an hour before stream, and the past couple have been half an hour before stream. And I guess honestly it's probably just me being thrown off because I haven't like had to worry about stream prep and stuff in a while. Also, as always, I will point out that I will take this time to mention that if you want me to change, if any of you think the stream music is getting old or whatever, I can change it. Just let me know. You shouldn't play the... Oh, Zelia, I didn't realize you were an Ace Combat 4 aficionado. Maybe some... Sorry if you heard my phone go off there. Maybe some contrarianism has bubbled up, but honestly, having stepped away from 6 for a while has just made you frustrated with it. How do I describe what I feel about Armored Core 6's design? I'm fine with stagger as a mechanic. I think it might be a little too easy to build up sometimes. I think the stat disparity between lightweights and heavyweights is kind of a joke. I think it's dumb that like the only like real competitively viable lightweight these days is a kite build, unless you're just like a god tier CQC player, because like otherwise in CQC you just get stat checked. Like, because like in the story, right? Like, okay, oh, I know story builds are not optimized whatsoever, but the fact that like the, what do you call it, the story kind of like lightweight CQC has always, like, I feel like has been kind of like the fan favorite. That's like the impression that I get. And it's definitely like the fan favorite in 6, but it's like, it's actually just like so unviable, because like the only way that it is like competitively viable is if you like double Zimmerman or double, what was it, Vientos were the other one back on launch, and just mag dump, insta stagger, and then insta kill with laser slicer or pile bunker. Like I don't like how like pigeonholed into certain builds you end up getting, right? I mean, it's a little better than it used to be, but it's still kind of the only big issue with that AC7 mod is that the game soft locks if you die. At least has a simple solution. Oh, yeah, I guess you just alt F4. But yeah, no, like, and then like I've heard some people compare it to like specific Armored Core builds as like, oh well, if you think of them as like characters in a fighting game, it's not so bad. It's like, well, I'm not here for a fighting game. I'm here for a heavily customizable mech game. Or just don't die. True. Playing the VR missions, hearing reinvented tracks like Sitting Duck, Blockade, Tango Line, the ISAF motif. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. That'd be like if they did like some AC5 stuff. Like if it were AC5 stuff, I would be the one going ballistic. Because AC5 was my second game, but it is still my favorite. The second game that I played in the series, but it is still my favorite game. Like, it hit me so much more than 7, I think. And like, that's another example, I think, of like, yeah, Ace Combat 5's story is extremely cheesy, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Like, something can be cheesy, but also just still unironically go hard, you know what I mean? And I don't mean in like a so bad it's good kind of way. Like, I'm not really one to watch like B-grade movies, for instance. But those always have like a different energy. I do concede that Ace Combat 5's level design is not the best. They kind of did like... It's like they wanted every level to have a gimmick, and some of the gimmicks just sucked. Like, some of the gimmicks were just awful. Like, what do you mean this is like a... I'm trying to think of one specific one. Like... Oh, like the one where you have to search for Nagase in the snowfields. Yeah, a lot of them are pretty... Yeah, they're pretty long, yeah. And it's like... The follow Bartlett... Oh, God, yeah. Wait, was it Bartlett or was it Pops? Was it... Are you talking about when you escaped Sand Island, or... Yeah, like... And I think the mission length would not be as bad if the game had checkpoints. The fact that the game does not have checkpoints hurts so bad. Sorry. Like, that is one thing that I wish Project Wingman had not inherited from the PS2 Ace Combat game. Oh, the freaking camera mission. Yeah, no, the camera mission's annoying. And it's like, it's so short. Yeah, it's a very nothing mission, and it's so short. And then you just go back in the same area again, but to, like, actually bomb it. It's like, you could have made this one mission. You know what I mean? Yeah, checkpoints would help so much. I do want to play Ace Combat 2 or Ace Combat 3 at some point. I forgot about Four Horsemen. I forgot about Four Horsemen. It wasn't as bad as the guides made me think it would be, but it's still not great. Like, the fact that the timing isn't as precise as I thought it would be, I think, is why it didn't feel as bad, but it's still not great. The desert missions, oh yeah, where, you know, you run out of ammo despite your best efforts most of the time. Especially the one that's more air target focused than ground target. The land target one, I think, is easier to, like, actually not run out of ammo in, but the one where you have to, like, fight the entire squadron at the end with, like, the AWACSs and stuff after a 15-minute mission, oig. Oig, oig. That's, that is, yeah. I'm trying to think, what? I wasn't really fond of that, of the canyon fight against Ofnir, just because they would just, like, they would spend so much time, like, out of either outright, you know, either flying in places that you were not allowed to fly in, or, like, coming in at angles that you can't reliably hit them at. It was really annoying. That is true, Bucket. It was probably designed around squad command. 7? No, 7 isn't very good story-wise, and you know, I'm pretty sure that's because they had to didn't they like stop and restart production like twice or something? 7 story was okay. It was not great. It had some good moments, but I don't know if I would call it good, you know? And also, I could not stand Avril. I think I am the only person on Earth who does not like Avril, but I could not stand her. I could not stand her bad-mouthing Harling. Harling, I could not stand that like half of her personality was just calling people a dumbass. They did not do as much with her as they could have. And it just... The 7 story is a mashup of like 3 to 4 different ideas. Wow. Avril made up her dead dad to make people feel... Hi, Sentai. Avril made up her dead dad to make people feel... Oh my god, what? The fact that that one didn't actually show up in top chat, so that's not showing up on the actual stream, but that's really funny, Zelia. Technically true statement. Hi, Sentai, thank you for the donation. Hope you're doing alright. Yeah, no. And it's like, lady, Harling is not the one that ordered your dad to stay behind. Like, you could argue that... Like, wait, what war was she even talking about? Because if she's talking about the war from 5, that wasn't even Harling's fault. There's a doc that goes over everything that got cut and changed in AC7. I remember reading some of that, I think. I didn't realize it was that much, though. I'll have to go skim it again. You can post it in my server if you want. Like, I guess gaming's probably fine. It's like one of those, like, it could be gaming, it could be media. The English an ISAF fighter pilot in the Circum-Pacific War. ISAF. Wait, but ISAF is Mobius's domain. Wait, but isn't the Circum-Pacific War the one from 5? It's been too long. That I only played 4 once. I'm trying to remember. Yes. Oh. Well, hi, Cass. You haven't missed too much. Right now we're talking about Ace Combat. Was ISAF involved in Ace Combat 5? I didn't think they were. Strictly using... Which was the Continental War. Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, what? So, theoretically, like, that's like a plot hole. Like, her dad wouldn't have been in the... I'm confused. Is that what you meant by her making up her dead dad? Or is it just like an oversight? Probably makes more sense in Japanese. The end translation is rough. Understood. I guess we can go take a look at the wiki. Ace Combat Wiki. Avril Mead. Her Her father and grandfather both joined the Ocean Air Defense Force. Her father died in... Wait, what is this? Note 1. Ah, the English dub cutscene of the cutscene incorrectly states they died in the Continental War. Brand director and producer have both confirmed that her father died in the Circum-Pacific War, which is supported by the original text. Understood. Okay. But yeah, no, that's stupid, because that wasn't Harling's fault. Like, I know the whole details of, like, Rosgreaves and stuff didn't get released until after the events of the game, in terms of, like, canon. But, like, the vice president, she should know that the vice president was the one calling the shots for a good chunk of that war. And that, like, Yuktobania declared war for, like, that is not Harling's fault. Like, you can't even, like, not only did Harling not issue the command that got her father killed, it wasn't even Harling's war. He did not start it. He did not propagate it. She's just stupid. She's just a hater, yes. Ozia did not physically participate in the fighting of the... Oh, so Ozia didn't participate in the fighting of the... oh, the war from Ace Combat 4? Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Look, I'm all for a rough around the edges tomboy kind of character. Do not get me wrong. Do not misjudge. Do not misinterpret my preferences. However, I feel like we can do better. Like, Nagase is... well, maybe she's not really rough around the edges. If you take her words directly for debt... Yeah. You know, you guys what Vespa is? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like... I'm trying to think, what... Are there other tomboys in Ace Combat? I don't... My knowledge is restricted to 7 and the PS2 games and a little bit of 6. Oh, right! Yeah! Hushian! You're right! The long-range strategic strike whatchamahoozit. Yeah, she's in there. Yes. Yeah, she is right there. And she actually does things. She doesn't just call people stupid. Ugh. I'm sorry to any Avril fans in chat. I am Harling's strongest soldier. I take offense. I'm also... Just a disclaimer, if you do actually like Avril, I'm not gonna knock you for it. Like, I mean, we all have our own tastes, right? Like, I don't mean to make anyone feel bad for liking a character, so I hope it didn't come off that way. But yeah, that's just how I feel on the situation. That is my opinion. You are subject to your own. VR missions gave you a lot of what you wanted from 7? Huh. Interesting. How so? I'm just trying to think. But yeah, no, I'm... So, also, about my studies, so I did get an extension. It was confirmed. I didn't hear it from the college themselves, but I heard it from my caseworker. And the fact that I can still clock into the course, or log into the course, says something too. But I have until August 17th to finish the course. I gave myself, I wanted a bit of a buffer, because I knew with ideal pace I could finish before August, but I also know me, and I know that I can't really do the whole ideal pace thing most of the time, so I wanted a buffer, and I actually got more of a buffer than I expected. Hopefully I'm not going to have to use it all. 7 for being a second Continental War basically completely sidetracks the Yuzia ISAF aspect of the first one. 7, despite its setting, is far more Ocean focused. Oh. You were trying to think if Ace Combat 6 had any tomboys, and I don't think it does. Probably contribute to the game's low sales. Yeah. Ooh, you know what I need? You know what I need? Chat, you know what I need? Hold on, let me look this up. What the heck was it called? What was that book? Oig. Oh, a Blue Dove. Yeah. Hold on. Let me see what y'all saying. I don't necessarily think tomboys are overrated. I think they are overly homogenized in their modern design, because it seems like now whenever people think of a tomboy, they think of tan with like short, very butch hair. And like a tomboy does not necessarily have to, like, it's a personality thing. They don't necessarily have to just say you like butch. What, Northy? Hold on. But yeah, no, so there was a book that, there was a Blue Dove for the Princess, which is the book that Kei Nagase would read in Ace Combat 5 cutscenes and stuff, and got talked about in the story a lot. And they actually sell real copies of it. It is a book you can actually buy as like official merch. And I really want to get it sometime. Because I think that would be awesome to have. Despite the VR missions with Omega 11, you just sort of glaze over mentally. That is with the IUN. Oh. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, like I said, I want to play the PS1 games sometime. I would like to play Ace Combat 3. I've only ever heard good things about it. And it's so distinct. Like it's the only game that takes place just like straight up in the future. I mean, well, like the future is like it's like the only one with like an actually futuristic setting, right? And it's got like a very distinct soundtrack style. Like the first two games had like that 90s rock kind of style. And then everything after was like orchestra with a bit of rock and some synths. Really cool, but Flight Model takes getting used to. Fair. And then you have like 3 with like its very otherworldly like that's the best way I can describe it. That 3's soundtrack is just kind of otherworldly. Like let me find where I put that. Yeah, okay. Like if I, for instance, if I open a YouTube window, because I don't really feel like messing with Winamp right now, I can get the hold on, let me just quickly. You did see people asking when Ace Combat will go to space, and I replied, yeah, that it was the only game. Yeah, it was the only game where they had like where they had a mission that just took place in like low orbit. Like that's awesome, actually. Like if I can, if I can not get blasted by max volume, thank you. But like, I'm gonna pause the chatting music for a second so I can play. Like you listen to this track and you tell me it is anything but otherworldly. Like, listen to that. It's so like all of the, let me turn it down slightly. Like all of the music in this game just has like a very like surreal. Surreal is the word that comes to mind, you know? And I think that's really cool that they just kind of like made the game stand out as much as they did. This is also, for context, this is the one that plays for the space mission. Oh, improvised fighter version of the SR-71? Yeah! Which, for those of you who don't know, they were actually going to make an interceptor out of that thing. There's like a couple existing prototypes. I will pause the, yeah, I'll pause the, you get the idea. You get the idea. Resume chatting music. Space real. Space can't fight you. That's not how that works. Ace Combat X has a track or two like this? Interesting. I do want to play the PSP game someday. The live concert. Oh yeah, the live concert. I thought it was cool that they played First Flight from Ace Combat 5 at the Tokyo Olympics opening ceremony. I thought that was really cool. I think video game music getting acknowledged in the public space more often is something that should happen. But I may be biased. But I know I'm also not the only one here who would feel that way. You should play X, you can skip join. Oh, what's wrong with Joint Assault? Also, I feel like there's a joke to be made about a game called Joint Assault. Going through the repeat of AC2. No, that's Assault Horizon Legacy. That is Assault Horizon Legacy is a remake of 2. You want to see the physical Kyushu J7W Shinden prop they built for Godzilla -1, but the museum they partnered with to make it is in the middle of heckin' nowhere? That sucks. I hope you can figure out a way to see it someday. Joint Assault's flight model's awful, everything handles like a brick, and the end boss flies like me. Oh. Oh no. You have to buy your own ammo? Oig. The Varkalak, which is the worst super plane design. Oh, I feel like I remember the Varkalak. Hold on. Varkalak. Well, there's Varkalak Squad. Oh, GAF1 Varkalak. Oh, yeah, that doohickey. Here, let me pull this up for chat. I like the shape. Hold on. All these names sound made up. Well, I mean, they are a realistic coat of paint to a Star Wars fighter. Yeah, I guess I could see what you mean there. Yeah, here it is. The contraption. I kind of like the back end. Like, I like how the rear wings look. Like, especially just like being part of like one coherent section with the engine and stuff. I wish the rest of the plane did not look like that though. Golden axe plane, and the joke is that it's shaped like an axe, like a guitar. Oh, like if it had that rear, if like the back half of it were the same, but like the midsection and front were different, or if it were just like a flying wing, I think that would be much better. Actually, wait. Yeah, if it were a flying wing, that would just be infinitely cooler. Like, we've only had one flying wing superplane from what I remember, the Night Raven. And it was like a biplane type setup too. It had like, yeah. Need to stretch. I need to stretch more. I've been too non-stretched lately, and it has been causing me some problems. If you look at a lot of the other oddball Air Force Delta designs, it has the same vibe. They just forgot how air works. 8 will bring the air back. I'm calling. Scratch the tummy. Well, carefully now. But yeah, no, like I've been tweaking like arm and shoulder muscles a lot more easily the past like month or two. And I'm like, huh, I guess I need to like, you know. Oh, not carefully. Wah! Hi, Zell. Some of the Air Force Delta craft are even like throwback designs to Galaga and stuff, and they put it has facets, so it's a modern stealth plane coat of paint on. Oh. Oh. Yes, hello, Zal. Big fan of the R101. That's like the Delphinus, right? I do actually like the, I like that they made the STOL, like the tech demo F-15, like an actual, like, fighter. Like, they just made, like, a proper... Oh yeah, the R101, the freaking Borzoi plane. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I'm just kind of fumbling my way through this chatting stream, not gonna lie. I didn't have any talking point. Like I said this before you got here, but I don't have any talking points laid out. So, you know. I guess you could say we're winging it. Um, but yeah, I will be out of the house tomorrow. I think I might have said this. I'll be back in the evening, but laugh track. You really like the R101's layout basically being an F-16 with an all-wing surface replaced with that one wing from the Crusader laminar flow testbed? Oh. Things like this remind me I am not as knowledgeable about planes as you would expect someone modeled after one to be. Crowns. But... oh crap. Yeah, I was gonna be out of the house tomorrow, that's what I was saying. Yeah, like, I'll be back in the evening, but... yeah. Hopefully, the weather will cooperate, because it is also supposed to be really hot tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to be careful. I'll be sure to bring water, don't worry. One thing I also learned something today, actually, about, like, some foods, like cashews and almonds, are actually better for keeping your sugars up because they're, like, slow release. Like, something like an energy drink, you get all that sugar at once, and then you have a crash once it wears off. Whereas, I need to water. Speaking of watering Tommy. Ugh. Okay. So it's like, you know, with something like an energy drink, you get all of the sugar at once and then you crash. Whereas something with something that releases more slowly, you get, it's like a more gradual shift over time. And so I guess that's actually like better, especially when you're out in the heat. So I'll have to like do something about that on the way out tomorrow, because I don't have anything like that at the house. But I just genuinely did not know about that until today, until this morning. Someone brought it up in a server I'm in, and I'm like, huh, interesting. Super critical. I remember that one test plane that had like just an asymmetric wing design. It's like it would have had wings that were flat out to the sides, and then it just like rotated the wings 45 degrees kind of thing. Like, that was wild. Oh, Northeast sent me the super critical wing thing. Oh, yeah, okay, I see what you mean. I do like almonds though. Like, I like Almond Joy. I like vanilla almond granola. Things like that. That wings weren't fixed like that, they rotate. Oh, wow, that's even crazier. Okay. So they actually did just rotate it 45 degrees. Neat. An attempt to do a swing wing with only one pivot. Oh. Me rotating the wings 90 degrees for maximum for minimum drag. Just turn it into a rocket. Rocket planes are fascinating to me. Like, I think they're kind of cool. Like, it's basically just like a piloted cruise missile at that point. Especially with the Oka that was fielded by the Imperial... Was it the Air Force? Or was it the Navy? Probably the Navy, right? Hold on. Oh. It was the... it was the Navy Air Service. Never mind, it was both. This kind of sound by result. Lift asymmetry that didn't work out great. The wing moving forward would increase in lift as the one moving back would lose it. Oh, so you could like induce a roll with it. And okay, the planes. Yeah, I was like, wow, you just made a piloted cruise missile before cruise missiles existed. That's crazy. Actually, wait, no. The V1s were cruise missiles. Never mind. Well, like, I guess like a more modern interpretation of a cruise missile. That'd be... Huh? Wait, what do you... Yeah, I know the Japanese made the Oka. Unless you're I don't know. I'm mixed up now. Gosh darn it. Also, hi Audiri. I don't remember... I think that sleeping the wings at all reduces drag, but sleeping back does so at the expense of lift, while sleeping forward gains lift, but is less stable in every hand. Oh, wow. In lift, we... flipped? I don't know. I was trying to think of, like, in thrust we trust, but for lift. But I couldn't think of it. Kamikaze is basically... Well... Yeah, but like the Oka is a more literal example because it's just like it's a man-guided rocket, you know? It's not just a plane with bombs strapped to it or whatever, right? You think oblique wing testbed was achieving variable geometry drag reduction but was wanting to roll really hard? Oh god. X15. Okay, let's take a look. X15. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that is actually just a missile. It's even got the big old fins on the back. That's crazy. Why does it look like it has like an F-22 cockpit strapped to it? Or well, the one picture kind of looked like it actually. Now that I'm looking at other pictures, actually, yeah, no, not so much. Highest speed from a crewed power. Flankers are your favorite plane? Flankers are pretty popular. I'm not like super crazy about flankers, but they're all right. As far as Russian planes go, Russian/Soviet planes go, I like the Berkut and the flat pack. Flat pack? Was that what they called them? Was that the reporting name for the 1.44? Cruising is the... Oh. Foxbat and Foxhound? I mean, they zoom in. Like, I get that. Yeah. And it's fine, because you would think I would like a lot of the, like, forward-swept super planes in Ace Combat, because they evoke, like, Berkut vibes, but I kind of don't. I don't really like them as much. I think my favorite super planes, well, okay, one of them is forward swept, actually. My favorite super planes are the Falcon, and from the ones that I've personally been able to experience, are the Falcon and the XFA-27. You like the fuselage tunnel on the flankers? But sadly, it's incompatible with stealth to agree. Oh, Tommy the Fury. Yo, I'm not really like a super plane, but thank you. Big. I need to stretch. You like the Falcon because it can pog? I guess it can, yeah, when you open the laser. The Christmas bullet, that definitely wasn't one of the planes. What the heck is the Christmas bullet? Hold on. Christmas bullet. Oh. 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 Strutless biplane, huh? I need to show chat this. This is egregious. Behold and despair at the contraption from 1918. I mean, you know, it was 1918. They didn't really know what they were doing, I'm sure. Why does the front end just look like a, like, tall Model T? Like, it looks like the front of a car, but, like, stretched vertically with a propeller. Oh, they kind of do it? Oh. You like it? Oh, yeah, this thing's... Wait, that one racing plane that looks so cartoonish? I don't know. How is it a biplane? Because if you look a little closer, it does have a second set of wings at the bottom. It's a little, like, it's a little hard to tell from this angle, but... Oh, the GB? Oh, yeah, that little plane. Let's see. Italian flying barrel. Would that be the Saab 29? No, that's Swedish. That's not Italian. That was just what Wikipedia gave me. Flying barrel plane. Oh. Oh. Hold on. The bullet. On its maiden flight in January 1919, the wings of the bullet peeled from the fuselage and the aircraft crashed, killing the pilot. Oig. Chat, I need to show y'all the flying barrel. You heard Italian, woke up immediately. There aren't very many good pictures of this thing, but oh, this picture actually needs to be shrunk. Hold on. Behold. I don't have words for this one, chat. I don't have words for this one. What the heck is this? What is this? Yeah, that sure is a flying barrel. Ducted fan. Cromulent. The Tunnan of Sweden, based on a World War II German design, got a heavier early turbo. A really hex MiG-20 kind. Whale shark, but plain, yeah. Oh, wait. The idea of what? Wait, the idea of the Christmas bullet was that it would flap its wings similar to a bird? Which would definitely not cause the wings to rip off, killing two... Oh wait, no, that's not... Killing 2 test pilots and causing the destruction of 2 engines the Army gave Mr. Christmas explicitly not for flight. Oh god. And Mr. Christmas was never heard from again. Yeah, it is just a turbine with wings. It's crazy. What did Northeast have? Oh. Oh yeah, okay. I've seen 1 or 2 of these before, I think. No? Wait. No, they did hear from... Oh. Hi, Maori. Maori, yeah. Wow. You guys had lunch? Nice. He appeared before a congressional tribunal to answer where the engines were. I have not seen the X-59 with the insanely long nose, no. Oh, wait. No, yes, I have. Never mind. Yeah, wow. You know, it kind of looks like someone... It looks like someone stretched out a starfighter or something, almost. Yeah, I can't believe... It even uses a camera for forward vision? That's awesome. In the name of achieving a quiet sonic boom. That is because I am a very quiet sonic boom. We went on an incomprehensible tirade that never told the tribunal where the engine went. Oh. A very quiet Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh no, I was thinking of the very quiet gorilla. Muffled sounds of supersonic violence, I don't know. Muffled sounds of transonic flight. The crap you could get away with in 1920? Yeah, right? Yeah, I don't know. As many problems as exist in the world today, I'm glad I was born today and not in 1920 or in, you know, like the 1800s or like the Middle Ages. or like 700 BC. You think one of these other horrible plane designs was in theory supposed to be made to abduct Kaiser Wilhelm II? What? That's insane. Yeah, only the most diabolically bad designs would come from things like that, I'm pretty sure. You know, it's also really it was really funny to me to find out that like the fullback was like, they would say like, oh yeah, no, it's got like an onboard like kitchen and latrine, when really it just has like a thermos and a couple bottles. It's like, oh, X-47A. I freaking love weird X-planes. Oh yeah, no, that is weird. That is actually just like a kite with a jet engine strapped to it. Okay. It's a backwards kite with a jet engine. X-47B is the one that made more sense. Oh. Wait a minute. Wait a second, chat. The X-47B, you say? Hold on, chat. You gotta see this. Oh my god, why is this picture gigantic? I keep having to resize and then drag and then resize and then drag. Yeah, the X-47B. Where have we seen this before? Northy already knows. Others in chat probably already know. But if you ever played Ace Combat 7, you would remember a little number. The MQ-101. Wait a second. I saw that thing kill Harley. Yeah! There's an entire me 1-hour video by Tex at the Black Pants Legion that discusses his entire attempts at making planes. Yeah, and I think the MQ-99 is based on like I think it was like the SADS Barracuda. It was like a German drone design. It is interesting that even though they're fictional drones, they are like actually based on something. Sleepy. So, I have a bit of an awkward predicament, right? I'm struggling to continue to have topics to talk about. And I was going to end this stream after like an hour and a half. But I was going to end the stream after an hour and a half because I wanted to... One of my friends is debuting later. And I wanted to direct attention over to them. Because they were going to be starting not long after I finished. But I guess they're going to be starting a bit later. So I'm just like, X6, the nuclear-powered B-36? No, I don't want to solve for X equals 6. X6 plane. Convair X... Well, that looks downright intimidating. Submarine launch drones are based on the Lockheed Martin Cormorant concept plane, but turned upside down. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that one, actually. But yeah, no, like... You forgot Dr. Christmas made up the claim that Christmas Bullet had a safety factor of 7 for whatever that meant. 7, more like 0.7. The X6 wasn't entirely set up for nuclear power, basically just holding a reactor and shielding. Imagine your yeah. Airborne Chernobyl moment. And then we just went ahead and made like the Genie rocket. So you're like, well, we don't have surface-to-air missiles yet. Like mass air defense is just not a thing. How are you going to stop Soviet bomber formation? Oh, let's just fling an unguided airburst nuke into them. Sure. Another 20 billion or however. Most farmers were... Yeah, that's a fair point, Marthy. Yeah. See, I haven't quite figured out what I'm gonna be doing next week for streams also. I might do Subnautica Below Zero. Get started on that. Shout out to the B-52 that just blew up and dropped a bomb that armed for some reason. Oh, that's terrifying. Like, let me look at my Steam real quick. Because I know I have, like, some games that I can play. I just don't know which ones. Miraculously happened to fail its terminal fusing? Oh. Oh. That's good. Oh, right! There's the demo for that Aero Machina game. That's like, it's a Metroidvania with, like, a plain android character. So, and it's like a 3D thing. I might try that. I'll probably, like, do a little bit of it solo, get a feel for it, and then consider streaming it after that. The Iowa class had nuclear anti-air shells? Are you kidding me? That's insane. Hi, Wraith. Yeah, we've been talking about weird planes and stuff for a bit now, and I'm also, like, trying to figure out what I'm gonna be playing next week. Yeah, I might do Aero Machina if I end up, like, vibing with it when I try it out solo. There's... what else? What else could I do? I'm just, like, scrolling through my list right now. Shark. Yeah. Yeah, he's kind... I guess he is kind of a shark. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we'll figure something out. I think Tarls is on vacation right now, so I don't think we'll be doing Pokemon next week, unfortunately. Broken Arrow and LARP stream. The announcement trailer is just an Anthro Shark Lady? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah, we'll give it a go. I could probably just try it at some point tonight, maybe, but I do need to, like, try playing the... I'm not playing it because it's a furry game. You want to shout out the B1 variant called the B1R? Oh, right, because they call the B1 the bone, so the B1R would... Naturally. Man... I still love that at one point we were like, hey, what if we made a B1 variant that had, like, a turret mounted in its bomb bay? Like, the bomb bay would open up and a turret would come out. Like, what? That's insane, actually. Like, what if we just, like, yeah, what if we just had, like, a Spectre gunship on crack? And I'm sure, I can imagine why it didn't make it out of the idea phase. But it's really, I guess we know where Zero Hour got their idea for a Swing Wing Spectre gunship. The actual B1R for regional was the idea of, let's put the F-119s from the F-22 into this thing to replace its engines. It will move it. Yeah. Drive-bys in the boat. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's wild. Aviation is fascinating, isn't it? Totally not fun. Totally not fun. What do I still need to try out Balatro at some point, maybe. I would play Far Cry 5, but it asked me for a key that I do not have when I tried to boot it up, so I can't play it. This was a few months ago by now, mind you, but... Feels like forever ago that I streamed Far Cry 3. Time Crisis? Oh. Yeah, admittedly not what I was thinking of. Yeah, I'll figure it. Maybe I can go back to station, maybe. Maybe. Although, I don't know, I think the last time I streamed it, I think people were kind of bored. So I'm like, maybe not. I'll think about it. There are options. I will weigh my option. I will say schedule's probably going to be up on Monday this week instead of tomorrow, because like I said, I'm going to be out of the house basically all day tomorrow, and when I get back, I'm going to be doing D&D, so I'm not really going to have time to make a schedule at an hour where anyone will actually see it, so I might as well just put it off till Monday. But my voice is my throat is starting to bother me a little bit, so we are going to wrap up. So later this afternoon, I think in like an hour-ish, ideally, another friend of mine who I've mentioned before, Sonata, is going to be debuting their new model, I guess. And so I intend to show up for the first section of that. We'll see how things go. I don't quite know if the plans are going to play out the way that I think they are or not, but I guess I can double check. But anyway, Persona 3. No, it's S-O-N. That is otherwise, like, that is only one letter off though, so you know. But yeah, I'll have my schedule up next week. But thank you. Yes, Wraiths. But yes, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all have a good weekend. I hope you all have a good rest of your Pride Month. I will see you again next week. Bye-bye, chat. See ya.